Hi guys. So today I just wanted to give a quick little review, you could say, or my point of view for a book that I recently read. It's The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a book that I related a lot. It's another, as in being a different way of looking at the law of attraction. And it's from a point of view from within. It's it talks about four different agreements that we must adopt when you wanna see things differently. You could say when you wanna transcend to a higher vibration. And basically, what it is the first agreement. The first agreement is to be impeccable with your word, and it's true. What does it mean? What does be impeccable with your word mean? It means that we need to think before we speak, but also how powerful our words are. And it's something that a lot of times we take for granted. And I learned this a while back. I am a mother of two. My oldest son, he has speech delay, and it's very difficult for him to speak and to just get the words out. And that's when I started to realize, once my son was born, I started realizing how powerful speech is, how powerful our words are. And it's something that in the book it says how as humans we have the ability to speak, of conversate. And there's so much power in that. It talks about it being magic, white magic, light, and black magic. And it's true. And it has to do also with the way we're vibrating, how we are, the way we use our words. And it describes how we could be black magicians. And what would make us fall into becoming a black magician? Well, do you ever gossip? Do you ever make comments about other people without even really knowing whether they're true or not? That's one of the biggest ways we create this type of black magic. And as a collective, you got to remember we're together. We have, it's like a cloud. We have this energy above certain areas with certain subjects, certain things, and we feed into it, but we also feed it. We feed it by the way we act. So how many times haven't we heard a gossip and or talk about somebody else, and although we might not be 100% sure, we go ahead and we spread that. Think of all that power. Think of the power, because it's very, very powerful. That's in our words, of how we speak about other people. And whether it's gossip, whether it's sending them good energy, whether it be just making a simple remark, think of the power that's in those words. When people use magic, when you use magic, it's all within the words. What words are you using? So think about it. Think how powerful our words are. So the first agreement he describes in this book is to be impeccable with your word. So what does that mean? That means being able to be more conscious of the way we speak, especially because we're not talking bad about another person. Even if that is what we're doing, it's a reflection of us. What you say, even if it's not towards you, especially if it's not towards you, but whatever you put out there, It's a reflection of you, of what's inside you. Like I've said, everything's within us. Everything comes from within. Everything, every answer is within us. So when we put stuff out there, we're putting stuff that's within us out there. So that's the first agreement, to be impeccable with your word. Second agreement is to, I believe the second agreement is not to take anything personal, which is very true. A lot of times, the reason why we let these words, this black magic, white magic affect us, it's because we take it personally. Instead of seeing it the way I just said, it's a mere reflection of you. When someone else speaks ill of you, even it hurts you because you're taking it personally. But when you step back and see it like, that's just a reflection of that person. That's a reflection of them. It detaches, it takes the power, it takes that magic, whether it be good or bad, it takes it out. Even if they say something good about you, even if someone says, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you don't need to take it personal, whether it's something good or something bad. Just see it as it be a reflection of that person. So you'll know, okay, they're vibrating higher, they're vibrating low. And I think it all falls into place. So the first one, be impeccable with your word. Second, don't take things personally. Third agreement is not make assumptions. Do not make assumptions. A lot of times, and I'm definitely guilty of it, we make assumptions. And in the book, it gives an example of this girl she likes a boy, she likes this guy, and he smiles at her, and her thought is, he smiled at me, he might like me, he totally likes me, that dude like, I mean, look at me, that guy likes me. And we make that assumption. We so oftentimes make assumptions like that. So instead of making an assumption, be courageous enough to face it. Be courageous enough to get a clear answer, to ask for something to be clarified. And a lot of times we're so scared of that. It's like we could say, oops, we're afraid to die. But no, we're afraid to live. We're afraid to live. A lot of times we're afraid to be ourselves. Why? For the fear of being judged, for the fear of failing. And we shouldn't be. When you're true to yourself, to your soul, and you're honoring being who you are, it's magical, and people see that in you, and the right people will gravitate towards you, and the wrong people, they'll just kind of fall out and do the job of getting out of your life for you, which, I mean, that's pretty awesome. That's them doing the job for you. The fourth agreement is to always do your best. Always do your best, because then you will not fall into judging yourself, and you will not fall victim of yourself. Remember, it's all within us. So you could say, this person's talking about me. Stop taking it personally. Stop making assumptions that they're acting this way for whatever reason. Ask. If you really want to know, ask. If not, just don't take it personally. It's a reflection of them. And as long as you know that you're always doing your best, which is the fourth agreement, you won't have to worry about falling victim or judging or the judgment. Because in the first agreement, when it states to be impeccable with your word, it's because a lot of times, most of the time, all the time actually, we tend to judge ourselves. We judge ourselves, and we judge other people based on the way we judge ourselves. We victimize people the way we victimize ourselves. So we get into this matrix, and we have the hard time getting out of it, because even though you think those people might judge me, or those people might, or I might fall victim of these people, that's your power. Those who anger you control you. You don't have to be a victim. You don't have to be a judge. You judge other people. We could judge other people. I've judged other people. I still do it. And if you stop and think about it, that's how much I judge myself. That's how much you judge yourself. And it's very easy to say, oh, poor me, I reacted like this, or I did this because of this, because of that. Now I'm being a victim instead of owning up to it. Instead of owning up to a mistake and learning from it, we're always judging ourselves. We always judge ourselves. Doesn't matter how much we say we don't, and we're judging other people. It's a reflection of us. Everything we put out there is what's within us. So it's true. I totally agree with it. And honestly, I think it's another way, another angle of viewing the law of attraction. The less you expect, and we get so attached to an outcome that we don't enjoy the ride. We don't enjoy it. We don't focus on it. We miss out. How many times haven't you had an opportunity at work, with dating, with a business, whatever it is, and you didn't take it because you wanted to get from A to B? That was your goal, A to B, A to B. That you miss, once you were at B, you realized you never enjoyed it. Or sometimes you reach the goal, you want something, and you're so focused on wanting it that sometimes it comes to you and it's right there staring you straight in your face, and you don't realize that's what you've been asking for and wanting for so long, because you're so focused on wanting that. I could be focused on thirst right now. I'm just focused on being thirsty. I'm so focused on being thirsty, but I don't realize I'm at home. There's water in the refrigerator. Just go get it. It's kind of a silly example, but I mean, you know what I mean. And it's a great read. It's a very, very short book. This is the one I'm reading now. It's The Mastery of Love. It's the second one of this 3-book series that I bought. I bought the pack of 3 books, you could say. And this is the second one. This is about how big the book is. So it's just about 200 pages. Excuse me. It's an easy read, guys. So I definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's a great book. If you get a chance to read it, go ahead and read it. Tell me what you thought about it. And definitely don't just read books. Don't just, if it's a book that really resonates with you, the way the 4 Agreements did with me, implement it. Implement it. Use it as a tool. Use it as a tool to help you keep expanding your consciousness, keep growing, keep becoming a better version of yourself. And like the 4th agreement says, if you're always doing your best, You're not going to fall into the judge. You're not going to judge yourself. And you're not going to victimize yourself. You're not going to make an excuse for yourself. And there's times when your best will vary. In the book, he tells you when you're sick, your best is not going to be the best it is when you're feeling 100%. But as long as you know that how you were at that time in the present moment, because remember, we should always live in the now, in the present, we should be in the being, not in the was, not in the will be. Those are just illusions. We're never there, because we're always in that intersection. Infinity, past, future. We're always in that little crossroad where it's the being, the present. The present, if I don't know if you could see it or not. But yeah, read the book. Let me know what you think if you get a chance to read it. If you want me to talk a little bit more about it, I could do that too. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little quick update of what happened to me this week. And that's the book I read. It really resonated. So it is a book that I'm definitely going to try to implement a lot of it, because I mean the 4 agreements, and it's something that you go doing a lot of times, like I've said before, if you do shadow work, it's something that you go seeing. Tomorrow we do have a full moon, so I do have my ritual, my shadow work to do. But if you want to know more about that too, let me know. But yeah, if you get a chance, read the book. Like I said, The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. It is a short book, but it's a great little book to have. Okay? Have a wonderful day.